to my channel. Today's topic is about creating your own sustainable closet. So I'm just basically gonna go into like the things that I have been doing for the last couple of years and some things that I have found that have worked for me that hopefully will work for you too. So that's why we are right here in my closet. And as you can tell, it's not very big. I'm sharing with Luis, so I'm not gonna show you his little side, but this is basically me, and there's some shoes down here at the bottom, but I'll show you that later. So let's get started. If you don't know this about me, I was a shopaholic, for lack of a better word. I used to go shopping just because I felt like I had a stressful day at work, or I just felt like it. I was bored, and I would just go to H&M or Forever or Zara. That would happen pretty often, maybe like once a month, if not twice, if things were pretty bad at work. So yeah, as you can see, that was so bad. I was spending so much money, and honestly, the clothes, I bought them on an impulse and they wouldn't even fit me right, or they weren't exactly my style. The shopping high would last only from like getting it from the hanger, purchasing it, and that will be it. And first of all, before we begin, I just want to emphasize that in order to have a sustainable closet, you don't have to dump all of the clothes that you have right now and your shoes and everything and just buy stuff that's new from a sustainable brand. That's not it. If I'm honest, the most sustainable thing that you can do is just keep the clothes that you already have and wear them until they fall apart. Tip number 1 is stick to classic styles. Especially now with social media, trends come and go. Oh my god, like crazy. It feels like every single week there's something new that's going on that you have to have. There's all these fashion influencers showing you the latest and greatest thing, but I have found that for me, trends really don't work. It's just one way to create more waste, because if you get something that's super trendy, yeah, you're probably gonna use it this summer, but you're not gonna use it next summer. So it really doesn't work for me. Sometimes I do really like something that's trendy, but I try to figure out if I'll be using it for years to come, and that's the way I decide if something can come in my closet or not. Tip number 2 is to know your colors. I know personally I don't like to be colorful. I like to stick to neutrals. I have some colorful pieces here and there, but usually I just try to keep it neutral, and I have found that that way is easier for me to put outfits together. As you can see, I have a lot of like white stuff. I have pretty light creams and stuff like that. I do have some blush and salmon stuff in here that I like to use here and there, and I have some stuff that's blue that I don't really wear. I don't think you've seen me a lot wearing blue. And I have some cheetah prints and some like orange and red stuff in here, and of course my blacks. That's usually the colors that I like to stick to. And as you can see, like here are my pants. They're just basically like jeans. Yeah, I mean, denim is a neutral, right? Tip number 3 is to choose your accessories wisely. So I have found that because I like to stick to neutrals in my clothes, I can go a little bit crazier on my accessories. And honestly, this was a happy mistake. For example, let me show you this bag. I just love this bag so much, and I've had it for 10 years at least, and I just love the style. It's so classic, but the color, I don't think it even shows on the camera well, but it's like a neon yellow, and it just looks amazing with white. It looks crazy good with black, and I mean, I can use it basically for winter and summer, and every single time I wear it, somebody compliments it. I of course still have like a black purse and a few others, but most of them I had for years. Tip number 4 is swap parties. I haven't done this in a while, but I used to do this a lot with my friends, and basically we would just exchange the clothes that we didn't want in our closets anymore, and that was just maybe like an easier way, and it was just like another excuse to get together, but it worked really well because at the end you felt like you went shopping and it was just your friend's stuff and you exchange it and you didn't spend any money, but at the same time you got some new pieces for your closet. Tip number 5 is buying pre-loved. I have to admit, I am very new to this. I don't know why I was so hesitant, but I've had my Poshmark closet for a long time now, maybe 5 or 6 years, and I have been selling a lot of my stuff in there, but I have never purchased up until last year. And now I honestly have been loving it. I have gotten a few things from there, and I just love that it's just like a little treasure hunt. And of course, you don't have to do it on Poshmark. There's other apps that you can use, but you can also buy vintage, or you can buy secondhand or at garage sales or stuff like that. And I really encourage you guys to do that. Right now it feels more like a treasure hunt, so the things that I find, I just enjoy them so much, and I think it makes me really think of the things that I do need, so that way I can just put all my efforts into those things. So I'll give you an example of something that I have bought from Poshmark. This is a linen dress. Yeah, so I'm finding that I'm wearing way more dresses, so I started looking for really cute dresses that I could wear very casual, but at the same time that they were pretty. I have also purchased a few tops, jeans. I have purchased shoes. I have made, and I think you make a more thoughtful purchase. It gives a piece of clothing a second life. You can also go vintage shopping. I am very new at that. I don't think I have purchased anything vintage, but stay tuned because there's something very exciting happening soon about that. I have found that there are some pieces that I really like, and they're just like a classic style that was back in the 90s was like all the rage. So I'm gonna start getting into that because I think I'm gonna find some really cool pieces. Tip number 6 is mend clothes that you already have. So for example, I'm gonna show you, I got this skirt at Target. I loved it so much that I got it, and I didn't even try it on at the store. So when I got home and put it on, it was way too big for me. So it sat in my closet maybe for like a year before I decided to take matters into my own hands. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I have a sewing machine, so I can do a little bit of mending. Long story short, I found a video of how to mend skirts and make them fit you better. I created some pleats over here. Super easy, guys. It took me like 5 minutes, and I mean, you still see like the pen markings, and now it fits me like a glove. So of course I was thinking like, why did it took me so long if I have been having this skirt in my closet for a year? If you are not into mending your own clothes, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can always ask a tailor or even your mom. I think a lot of moms know how to sew. Tip number 7 is make your own clothes. I think this is by far my favorite. I do have like basic knowledge of how to use a sewing machine, so I decided to look on Pinterest for some easy sewing patterns and sewing ideas. That way I was able to do, let me show you, I made this top by myself. If you look closely, you'll see that yeah, you can tell that I did it, but I love it. I also have another one that I made, and this one again is super easy to do. I need to mend it now because this came undone, so I have to fix that, but I love it. I made these little knots for the straps, and I made this out of an old dress that didn't fit me anymore, but I love the fabric because it was just so flowy, and it has this cute little texture pattern over here. I'm going to put in the description some of the blogs that I like to follow that make super simple and easy to follow tutorials to make your own clothes. And tip number 8 is make outfits inspired by your Pinterest closet. So how many of you have a Pinterest closet saved and it's just basically just sitting there, and you think like, oh, I can have that outfit because I have to purchase the pieces that she's using? So no, you actually can get just inspired by it and do your own take of that outfit with the things that you have. And I have found that that opened a whole new world for me. There were some outfits that I hadn't even thought of, and I had some pieces that were similar, or the color combinations were similar, and that's basically how I got probably like 100 new outfits that I have never thought of. Something that I have also found by doing those Pinterest boards is that sometimes, for example, I'm pinning a lot of outfits with a tan sweater, and I don't have a tan sweater. Of course, this is summer clothes, but on my winter clothes, I don't have a tan sweater. So for sure, next up, when I'm thinking of what pieces I need to get for my closet so that I can just play a little bit more and being able to make more outfits, for sure it's gonna be a tan sweater. So those are my 8 tips that have been working for me, and as I said before, the most sustainable thing that you can do to your closet is to use what you already have. To be honest, it was only until a few years ago that I really started purchasing new things because I felt guilty that I had just so much stuff. This right now, this closet, it's not huge, but 5 years ago, this would have been not even enough room for my stuff. So I realized that I had a problem. I had a lot of shoes, I had a lot of pants, a lot of everything. Yeah, so basically I decided to stop purchasing. I didn't really make it as a challenge. I was just trying to be mindful of the things that I was getting. And even though some of the sustainable brands that I like are out of my budget, I do like to purchase things, even if I purchase at a fast fashion store, for example at Zara or something similar. I do like to purchase things that are good quality, that I know they're gonna last me for a long time, and that I'm gonna be using a lot and for a good couple of years. It is a process, I won't lie, but going a little bit slower on my purchases has really helped me understand what my style really is, what really makes me happy. And right now at this point, I am just trying to find things that are really gonna make me happy and that I'm gonna wear. So yeah, I try to focus now on getting more casual pieces or more cute pieces that I know I'm gonna wear on a regular Tuesday and that I don't have to wait for a special occasion to wear it. And that's honestly what has worked for me so well, and I really recommend you just trying to you don't have to follow the steps that I did. You don't have to follow the steps that I have followed, but for sure, stopping and being mindful about the things that you purchase will really make you understand if you really like something or not, if you really will use it, if it's gonna last in your closet for years, if it's a good quality piece or not. And that's really all gonna come together, and you're gonna learn new things, and you're gonna learn a little bit more about yourself, and that way you start creating more outfits and a closet that will really make you happy. I hope you liked this video. I wanted to make something that could be more relatable. I don't want to pretend that I have a huge budget to buy sustainable clothing, but I also wanted to show you that having a sustainable closet on a budget is possible, and or even with no budget is also possible. And that's it. I'll be sharing a little bit more about fashion as well as wellness in this channel and on my blog, so make sure to subscribe and like and comment if you like it. I have a few things in mind to keep this fashion series going on, so please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.